Back in June, the process of getting ready for the National Hockey League began on a number of different levels, including the process of developing the Winnipeg Jets team identity. The process included the development of the team logos, which we unveiled in late July, and the home and away jerseys, which are before you today. To give you some perspective, the normal process of working with the National Hockey League and Reebok on new jersey concepts normally takes 18 months. That is the time frame that the league typically requires if a team is interested to change their jerseys or if they want to add a third one. For us, as you know, this process was condensed to 6 weeks. And what came out of that process is something that we are extremely proud of. We wanted to create a new look that worked well with Reebok's modern and innovative Edge system uniforms, but also honored the rich history of hockey in our city and fit the era of the Royal Canadian Air Force, which inspired the primary logo. As you can see, the result is clean, it's simple, and it's traditional. The jersey consists of 2 shades of blue. First, our primary navy blue color, which is referred to as polar night blue, inspired by the color you see on the Dash 8, located here in front of you. Secondly, the lighter blue is known as aviator blue, which is a close match to the one commonly used by the Royal Canadian Air Force during their history, which included jerseys for the 1948 RCAF Flyers. At this time, I think it's important to recognize some people who are instrumental in the development of these jerseys. First, there is Dominic Filion from Reebok, who is with us here today from Montreal. Dominic and his design team worked very closely with Mark Chipman and Dorian Murphy from True North and did an amazing job producing what our players and fans will be proud to wear both on the ice and in our community for years to come. We also would like to extend a special thanks to Keith Leach from Reebok, as well as Brian Jennings, Rich Fellini of the NHL, and designer David Mann, who worked directly with True North during this process. This season, our jersey will also include a front patch, one which will be worn on October 9th to commemorate our inaugural game against the Montreal Canadiens, and the other will be worn during all regular season games to commemorate our inaugural season, and you can see those patches once the season gets started. For our fans, unfortunately the jerseys will not be available in the store today. Our first shipment of authentic pro-weight jerseys is scheduled to arrive in October, and our first shipment of premier replica jerseys will arrive about 2 or 3 weeks later. However, Jets Gear, the authentic team store for our Winnipeg Jets, will be taking pre-orders for jerseys on our website at www.winnipegjets.com starting today at 4 o'clock. Besides customizing your own name and number or the name of any one of your favorite players on the jerseys, fans that order through Jets Gear will also have the option including the inaugural season patch. These patches will only be available to fans through the team's authentic store. One final thanks before I go, and that's to the men and women from the Royal Canadian Air Force, and especially those here at 17 Wing, including gentlemen like Colonel Blaise Frawley and his men. We are very proud to be associated in a small way with the RCAF, and in particular the humanitarian efforts that they conduct both at home and abroad. For example, ladies and gentlemen, planes like this Hercules that we use to introduce our new jerseys have played huge and important roles in humanitarian aid efforts around the world. To say a few words on behalf of the 17 Wing and the Royal Canadian Air Force, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Colonel Blaise Frawley.